Okay, hello everyone. It's 6 p.m. and we are going to get started. So do you hear me? Can somebody write in the chat, please? Okay, thank you. I see you hear me. Okay, hello everyone. Thanks for joining. And I'm very excited to present this small workshop to you. And it's going to take around 60 minutes. Just want to tell you in advance that I will send all the materials and recording and also my prompts to everyone who joined. And yeah, let's get started. So today we will talk about monetization. So we will talk more about how to make money with the iOS applications, not how to build applications. Yeah, that I think you already know, because vibe coding is a thing right now. So today I will show you how to add monetization, and I will give you several tricks and strategies how to do it properly and to get some money out of App Store. All right, so who I am? I am an iOS developer with 17 years of experience. I started my career in 2009 when the first iPhone came out, a little bit later, in half a year. So in 1 year, I already had my first application in the App Store, published in the App Store. So yeah, that was a stupid application, just a collection of jokes, but yeah, still. Through the years, I published and made and participated in making, I think, of around 200 applications. Yeah, I published myself my own applications around 45. Yeah, most of them are already turned off because they didn't make money. So that was the hard path for me to learn. And through the 17 years, I finally learned what it takes to make money in the App Store. And I must tell you that, yeah, year after year, it's not becoming easier. All right, so we also have a sponsor for today's workshop. It's our partner, my partner, company Adopty, which provides solutions for easy monetizations in iOS applications. So I would like you to join their Discord. I will give you a link at the end of this workshop, because they have really good content. And there is a guy, David, that makes roasting of applications for free. So he is a real expert, and he will roast your application for free, just will tell you what's wrong with it. All right, let's go. So we are taking a working application, which we did on the last workshop, and it's called the earthquake monitor. So let me just quickly show you what we are going to do. So do you see the iPhone screen? All right, so it's my real device, and I am launching the application which we are going to work on. So what we have here, it's a map, yeah, with all the earthquakes currently ongoing in the world. And the data is real time, and it's an API, which is a free API. And this API gives you all the information you need about the earthquakes around the world. So as you see, a lot of them are happening. And if, for example, I tap on the circle, like, for example, this red one, and we can see the details, some of the details of this earthquake. So where it's happening and the depth under the earth, under the surface of the earth, and when it was happening. It was 1 hour ago. Also, we have another tab at the bottom here, which is the seismograph. So what is seismograph? It's the kind of a feature that measures the shaking, yeah, the movement of the Earth, the movement of it. So, for example, if I shake my phone right now, yeah, you see I'm shaking my phone like this. The seismograph is reacting, and it can measure the magnitude of the earthquake happening right now. For example, if you're in the earthquake region, you can use it just to yeah. Let's. I wish you not happening, but yeah, you can measure the earthquake that is happening right now in your area. Okay, so we also have this crown button at the top right, and it's the paywall. So if I go to there, I can see some options of the paywall for the user to subscribe to my application. But there is nothing to subscribe to because we don't have premium content yet. So we are going to create quickly. We will wipe code premium content to this app, and yeah, then we will gate it with the paywall. And I will tell you why we have these subscriptions, why the annual is selected, why those three, and what we can do with it, and how it's done in general. Because what you are seeing, the paywall, I didn't code it in the application. It's coming from outside. So I will show you why and how. Okay, so let's make the codex busy, and I'm using codex as a vibe agent from OpenAI. I'm also using Claude actively and anti-gravity, and also Tray Solo, but my favorites are Claude and Codex. But Codex is a little bit more convenient to me, so I'm using it now. Let me drag it down. All right, so to code the feature, I have a prompt. And this prompt I already created and validated, and I tried to make this prompt as simple as possible. Not for the person who is coding, not for the engineer, just for the regular person, yeah, who might want to code something. So here is my prompt. I will send you all the prompts here. Yeah, let's make an overview of the prompts in this document. So first prompt adds the Adopty SDK. So you just copy paste it in the agent, and you will end up with the working Adopty integration. If you give it a public live key, which you get from Adopty website. So here is Adopty website. And what you can do, you just you just register here, then add new app, and then you will just follow the wizard. It's completely simple, yeah, understandable. So to add the subscriptions, you need those subscriptions also added to the App Store. Just one moment. Yeah, so you need to add the account for your app, and then if you go to the app itself and scroll down to in-app purchases and subscriptions. So in subscriptions, I created a group of subscriptions and added 2 subscriptions. So the monthly subscription and the yearly subscription. And also the third option is the in-app purchase, which is non-consumable in-app purchase called lifetime. I will tell you a little bit about this later, why I use this. Okay, so I added this, then I connected those with the Adopty, and let me just launch the agent, and then I will tell you more about that. So yeah, so we added Adopty. Then there is a separate prompt to show the paywall created in Adopty. And here is our premium feature. So I'm selecting it. So in this prompt, I described what I need. I also described restrictions, and I also described what I'm expecting. This is very important. Okay, so I'm in the wrong folder, so I need to create new session. Now I'm in the right folder, and the model is the strongest one I have, GPT 5.5 extra high thinking, and I'm pasting the prompt, and let's go. So while it's working, while it's coding the premium feature in Xcode, here is Xcode, let's get back to Adopty. So what's good about Adopty is that you can create a paywall right here. And this paywall will show up in your app. It's very simple to create. It's a no-code solution. So you just name it like test, yeah. Create as draft. Yeah, I need to add the product, sorry. So I add my 3 products and create as draft. So then, sorry. And then here we have the second tab, the builder and generator. So actually here I'm building my paywall. So I'm selecting a template. There are lots of templates of ready to use paywalls. I can use any of them, for example, this one. So no, let's take this one. So I open it in the builder, and yeah, that's actually it. So on the left, I see the list of elements, and I'm just configuring each element. And as I change something, yeah, the preview also changes, like premium, yeah. So yeah, I will not do that now because I already created a nice paywall. I will just show you what I created. This I don't need, okay, later. Okay, it's a main paywall, and it looks like this. So it looks like this, and it has my 3 products. So yeah, I will show you how it works a little bit later. So what's also good about the paywalls here is that you can remotely configure it. So for example, I want to change this text remotely, not here. Yeah, I can do it here and publish the new paywall, and it will propagate to all the users. Or I can just leave it, just change the headline here, and it will change also. So let's return to our presentation. Let's discuss one thing. So if you're a developer, many developers think that when they build the feature or the app, it's the end. And they think that after they publish their application, the App Store will take it happily and move it to the top and invite people to install it. It will show it to maximum number of people and so on, and everybody will be happy. No, forget it. So after you build the app, it's only the beginning. There are 3 stages. You only made one of them. The second stage is to direct users to your app, to acquire users, so to say. So you need somehow to show this to maximum number of users and to relevant users who will want to use it, to install it, and to subscribe to it. I will not stop on this topic too much today. I have a separate slide about that later. I will tell you what I'm using for this, but we will go to the third stage, and I think most important stage is monetization. So when you get the user in your app and the user installed your app and he opened your app, this is the moment when you must sell. You must sell your app as much as better as possible. So it's your chance to pre-sell and then sell. So pre-selling is onboarding, is your onboarding, because you need to have onboarding if you want to explain to the user how to use your app, how to what it does and so on, and you want to make user fall in love with your app and want to subscribe. You need a good onboarding. So onboarding is pre-selling, but then there is a paywall. And the paywall is another chance to kind of also sell your proposition to the users, because a lot of things depend on how paywall looks like, what text you are using on paywall, and which subscription is selected by default, and also at what time in the app the paywall is appearing. It's very important. So after you publish the app, there must be only 2 words that you should be obsessed with, I would say. Paywall and experiments. These are the 2 most important words that if you want to make money, you need to remember all the time about. Okay, I understand that for the solo developer, the independent developer, one-man company, it's too much to make app, to market it, to sell it, and so on. So these are 3 jobs for 3 different people. But unfortunately, guys and girls, it's life. We have to do this. Nobody will do it for us. We can hire someone and spend money for this without any guarantee, or we can just watch this workshop and do as I advised you to do. So so the most interesting kind of a property or advantage of platforms like Adopty is making experiments. So you go to the A/B test and you create experiment with everything you can think of. And then you run the experiment, let's say, for 2 weeks. For example, you run one paywall with one text and another paywall with slightly other text or slightly other color of background. And you can see what user prefers to click on, to open, or to subscribe on. And then those 2, 3, 5% of difference, as you run more experiments, they compound all together, and as a result, in several months, you can double your profit, you can double your user base, and then you double, and in 1 year, for example, you can grow from $5 per month to, let's $1,000 or $2,000 per month from one app. That's a good result, and this is really realistic. I did that. All right, so let's get back to our app. So I already showed you the app. We launched the codex, working on this. And let's go and see what's happening there. So looks like codex is still working, you see. I think normally it takes around 10 to 15 minutes. And I deliberately told it to not test it on simulator, to not build it, and so on. So to make it a little bit faster. Okay, so it's about to finish. Yeah, it's finished. Yeah, the button is the arrow. And let's see what it built for us. Let's go to Xcode. All right, some errors, but I think it's the error of the Xcode. Let's see what we have. So, okay, I'm running it. It's building. Let's wait a minute. So the feature we are building is the third step, where the user will have the ability to add custom notification for his area or some custom area. Okay, nice. We have many errors. Yeah, more work to codex. So, okay, let's return to codex. It's good that we have errors and tell it, build it and fix errors. Okay, so while it's busy, let's return back. So we are building a feature to add the custom notification. For example, your parents live in Italy or somewhere else in the seismo dangerous area, and you want to be notified when there is an earthquake coming or happening. So you can add, for example, Italy, or you can add, I don't know, something in the Latin America, some city or some country, small country like Luxembourg, like I'm living in. And yeah, and the app will notify you with the push notification when there is something happening. So for the free user, we will give him the ability to add one city. So if they want to add more cities, they will have to pay to subscribe, because with one free city, we are letting the users taste the functionality, the full functionality. Yeah, and that's the exact moment when the user is trying to add the second city. That's the exact moment when we should show the paywall, because the user is specifically interested in this, and there is a big drive for him to subscribe in this moment, because it's going to be emotional, I think, subscription, and he wants it fast, and he already felt how it works, and yeah, he likes it, obviously. So yeah, that's the moment when we show the paywall. Not before, not after. It's very important to kind of realize when you must show the paywall, when you are given some value. Okay, before I go on this slide, let's go back to codex. Okay, so build is green now. Really? Let's try. I still see errors. Okay, errors are gone. Let's switch to the all right. So the map is loaded, and we see a new tab, My Locations. So let's go to My Locations, and it asks me to permit notifications. That's correct. I am allowing it. And I can see the plus button and the crown button. So I tap in the plus button and I'm entering a location, let's say Luxembourg. And then there is a feature with the reverse geocoding when by the name, the system can reverse and identify the coordinates. So yeah, looks like it's working. It's found Luxembourg, and I can regulate the magnitude, minimum magnitude that I want to be notified of. Yeah, and save it. Okay. So looks like it's working. And when I want to test the notifications, for example, so there is a test alert button. I tap in it, and now I should receive the notification. Okay, so yeah, notification came. Here it is, but it didn't show up because my phone is demonstrating screen, so it's by default off while demonstrating the screen. So notification is here, so I'm tapping it and go back to the app. All right, so it's working so fast. So, okay, I want to add, for example, the second city, and I'm again clicking the plus, and now I see the paywall. Good. So, the paywall displays 3 products. So the monthly subscription, the annual subscription, and lifetime. So according to many researchers and my own experience, the most valuable subscription is annual because it gives you the most profit. The users who select annual subscription, they do not churn or churn a little bit because nobody is going to cancel annual subscription after they subscribe. And they just, oh, okay, I was wrong. No, I don't want this anymore. Yeah, in a minute, so I unsubscribe. That's nonsense. That happens on monthly subscriptions. So monthly is for compulsive users, emotional users who want to try a feature now and here, and then they will unsubscribe probably. But annual is our best bet. Now there is a lifetime purchase. It's not a subscription, it's a purchase because there are many people, you will be amazed, there are many people who hate subscriptions. They hate subscriptions on principle, yeah? They just don't like it. So they often pay a big amount to just have the app unlocked forever, like this one. So, as you might notice, the annual subscription was selected by default, and there is a badge which tells recommended. So this also additionally drives the person, the user, to subscribe specifically to annual. Okay, that's one of the tricks I promised you. And let's go back to our presentation. So the annual is the best converter, and the monthly is the smallest commitment. You can also add the weekly subscription and try with that. That really depends on your app, on the character of your app, you know. Is it just a utility, or it's a big app like something like a messenger or a social network or something like that. So it's really differs. And to understand what you need, actually, you need experiments. So you try experiments on Adopty or other platforms, but Adopty is better, and you will see exactly, the data will not lie to you. So you will see exactly what's happening, what the real users in real world select regarding your app, because in every app is different. There is no universal rule for apps, you know. Every app is different. Every app has its own design, a feeling, the flow, the character, the emotion, the colors, the icon. lots of factors, you know, and for every app, a different factor may play. That's why experiments are vital. Okay, so we built it already. And good question. When does the paywall appear? So I already explained a little bit on this topic. And actually, there are several approaches to that. I told you that the best moment to show the paywall is when the user is getting value, when the user is hungry for more. But it's not always the case. Sometimes user is hungry for more, but yeah, he's ready to cancel his desire. He thinks, okay, I'll be fine without that subscription. One is okay for me. I will continue to use it. I will install, for example, this app on another phone, and then I will enter another town there, and I'll be fine. So sometimes you need to sell aggressively. So there are two kinds of paywall: the soft paywall and the hard paywall. So they differ in one small button, in the close button. If you have the close button on the paywall, soft paywall. If you don't have the close button on the paywall, it's a hard paywall, because you cannot continue without subscription. On the soft paywall, you can continue using the app without subscription. So that's the big difference. And yeah, sometimes it's beneficial to show hard paywall right after onboarding. For example, if your app is utility and the user knows beforehand what he's getting into or what he's getting out of your app. For example, it's a video converter. Like I have a video converter app, which is really successful for me. And yeah, that's a video converter. You cannot expect anything different from it. So I'm showing the hard paywall after the onboarding, and it plays. I did that experiment, and for me, for that particular app, it gives me the most value and the most profit. There is also a soft paywall when you're just reminding user that you about your values, and you can then show soft paywall later in the app, or for example, every 3 launches, or on another algorithm. But in general, I would propose the first approach, to show the paywall at the exact moment of wanting more. So next thing I would like to discuss with you is how people actually find apps. So there is a statistics that 70% of app discovery happens inside the App Store. I'm sorry, the marketing guys and girls, that's the reality. So only 30% of all the efforts, including marketing, ads, I don't know, social media, word of mouth, Reddit, articles, publicity, and so on, that's only 30% of installs. 70% are going in the App Store. So that's when users search for something and they see your app. And that's the moment when your first screenshot and the half of the second screenshot really matter. So your icon, your title, and your first 2 screenshots are at that moment are really, really important to sell your app to the user. So yeah, through the years, I understood for myself, that's my opinion, that there are only 2 effective ways to direct users to your app. So first is the pay for the App Store search ads, and the second is go viral on TikTok. I saw huge profits from apps that shouldn't be there, but they were in the top 10 because they did a viral clip on the TikTok, and there was a overnight success, enormous quantity of installs. But that success quickly subsides. So you will in any way return back to the search ads. So in the search ads, that's a separate big topic. There you need to concentrate on finding the right keywords. So the keywords should be long tail keywords, not just one word, like for example, video or converter, but the long tail keyword, it's something that user wants to have or to do. Like for example, repair video. That's a long tail keyword, and it signifies intention, not describes the. It's not describing the product, because users, when they go to App Store, if they want to convert the video, they search for something like they need to, for example, restore old videos. Right? That's what you need to search for. But those keywords should be not kind of a they should be competitive. They should be searched by people, so they should be popular. People must search for those keywords, but they should not be bought out by big corporations, big companies, big apps. So, for example, I don't know, if you add in the word Instagram in your keywords, that's useless because you will never beat the corporations. They pay enormous amounts of money for inviting each user, like $100 for one install. Are you able to do that? No. You need to find something else that the Instagram user is searching for, which will make him install your app instead of Instagram. So that's the secret. One interesting feature that I wanted to show you with the Adopty system is that I can change the something remotely. So, for example, here I have this title. I want to change it without rebuilding app or even without relaunching app. So how do I do that? I go to Adopty. I already installed the separate things here. So go to Adopty and go to my paywall, and I go to remote config. And here I change the headline, for example. My mother first. I don't know, it's nonsense, but it's just to show you that it can be changed. My mother's safety, wherever she is. Okay, so I save and publish. I go back to my app. I close it, and I just open the paywall again. Yeah, you can see it changed. I just did it here, and it changed here for all the users. That's great, actually. All right, so as I said, the paywall is server-driven, and that's the best thing about this. So you can change your paywall remotely without rebuilding your app, and you can run different experiments on this. You integrate it once, and then you play with it as you want. So that we already discussed. So sell the outcome, not the feature. And the annual subscriptions are the only ones that will make you money. There is also a discussion if you must or should enable the free trial. For example, on the monthly subscription, you can enable 1 week free trial. On yearly subscriptions, 1 month free trial or 2 weeks free trial. That's also really depends. I don't know what to tell you. You know, you have to run experiments. Only the experiment will tell you the truth. The problem with the developers, I think, is that they think they know their user. They think they know, but they do not, believe me. The reality often shows that your users behave completely different from what you expect. So that's why I'm saying, so you need to remember two words: paywall and experiments. Paywall and experiment. Yeah, you can add other two words, but I will show you in a moment which ones. So yeah, here we are. So actually, there are 5 things that you can change that will make your app profitable. I'm not saying that any shitty app can be made profitable, but to some extent it can be, actually, yeah. So if you tune up gradually each of these things, you will make money. For example, the screenshots. I already explained to you what the screenshot is. The screenshot is the face of your app. It's the first thing that users see, and it must sell instantly in a second. The first screenshot should have the title, which sells, which appeals to the users. The colors should be complementary or nice to see. It should correspond to the character of your app, and blah, blah, blah. There are many tutorials how to do that. Then the keywords, I also touched it already. So the keywords should be also not expensive in marketing terms, yeah, but popular. I will show you one small trick that almost nobody knows. So let's go to App Store, connect. As you know, application can be localized in many languages. Yeah, the application itself. Also, the page, the account on the App Store can be localized in many other languages. And as you see, for example, there is the English US, yeah, but there are also 3 other English localizations: Australia, Canada, and UK. So the secret here is to add all those English localizations, but in each of them, write different keywords. So what will happen, Apple will aggregate the keywords from all your localizations, and you will have 4 times more opportunity to appeal to your users, to find the users. You understand? So they compound. It's like you don't have only 100 characters for the keywords here. Yeah, I'll show you. So when you're entering the keywords, you only can type in 100 characters. You will have another 300 characters to find the user. So that's the secret that almost nobody knows. Then the keywords we discussed. So then the paywall itself. I already explained this. Different combinations, different layouts, colors, and everything else. Text, I don't know, prices, trials, types of subscriptions, weekly versus monthly. Yeah, you can test, for example, annual and monthly subscription versus weekly and monthly, without annual, and so on. So you will see yourself what drives more profit to you. Next, onboarding. We already discussed this. It's the first experience of your user in the app, and it's really, really important. You must get loved. Okay, not loved, but liked during the onboarding. It should not disgust the user, at least. And the App Store search ads. So many people complain that they wasted big budgets on the App Store search ads and got no installs or very little installs. That happens sometimes, but believe me, if you're using the right words, if you're using the right campaign, if you're using the right configurations and countries, you will get installs, you will get the users. So it's a big separate topic. Onboarding is also a big separate topic, and keywords is also a big separate topic, and screenshots also. So all those aspects are really important. Okay, so that's actually it. I just will check quickly what we missed. Yeah, one more thing I wanted to show you. So here in Adopty, we can create the paywalls and show it remotely, as I said. But we also can create the onboarding, the entire onboarding flow here in Adopty, and it will also propagate from the server, from the system to your app. You don't need to code it. You just create it here, and you constantly run experiments with that. And finally, you will find your secret sauce, your magic formula, your best onboarding that will drive users to your app and make them pay. That's a very good thing. That's a feature, by the way, that other competitors of Adopty don't have. For example, RevenueCat doesn't have it. And next, the placements. You can create many placements in the app, and you can also run experiments where you are showing the paywall. Then the A/B tests are experiments that I already told you. One cool feature I really like is a refund saver. So there are users who just try your app and then they just immediately unsubscribe and return their money. Or they subscribe during the trial period and then unsubscribe. So this feature can prevent it. So you have three options here. You can just forbid unsubscription or refund completely, no refund. So you keep all the money. Yeah, I know it's a little bit shady. It's not just, and it's yeah, counterproductive, I would say. But there is a second feature. You can send every refund to Apple's consideration. So Apple will handle it or manage it. Or you can allow all the refunds if you're sure that your product is the best. So this feature is also nice. So you can play with it and see if the users complain too much. You get small reviews, 1 star, 2 stars, and yeah, they just yell at you. Okay, so then they have this Apple Ads Manager integration, which helps you to select to come up with the better keywords. And then they have this growth after pilot, which is a completely automatic thing that analyzes your app, analyzes your onboarding, paywalls, products, and everything, and that just gives you the recommendations that are good for you. So yeah, those things I personally think are very nice. So they also have a lot of integrations with different systems, which grown-up companies use, like Branch, Adjust, AppsFlyer, and Amplitude Mix Panels, and so on. So there are Brace. There are many integrations with the other systems. And yeah, what I'm just looking what I forgot to tell you. Yeah, so actually that's it. Yeah, here is the link to the Adopty Discord. As I told you, they have a lot of different topics there. They discuss. The guys are amazing. You know, they are sharing the knowledge for free. Of course, they are selling their platform. That's obvious. But believe me, they are the best in this business, actually. for me. I tried myself many of them, and yeah, I must tell you honestly that they are the best. And yeah, in their Discord, you will get a lot of a ton of free things and advices for free. All right, so I will send you all the source code. I will send you this presentation. I will send you the prompts. And there is also a dedicated Luxembourg channel. Since I'm from Luxembourg, the guys were so kind that made a separate channel for us. So guys from the Luxembourg, please come and let's discuss it. Let's discuss the apps. And yeah, as I said, there is a roast, not night, but roast sessions that David is doing, and it's really well. Yeah, he's telling the truth. he's not being mild, but I think that's what we need. So yeah, questions. So now let's have some time for questions. You can drop the questions in the chat. Oh my God, how many questions? Okay, let's go. Adopty not only for Apple, for all the platforms, for Android, for web, and so on, for Unity. I'm not an expert on this. I'm not an advocate of Adopty. Actually, I didn't create the system. I'm not working for them. I'm not an employee, nothing like that. So yeah, I'm just a grateful user, I would say. So they support a lot of it, a lot of platforms. Yeah, the presentation will be recorded and sent to everyone. I will send the link in Meetup. So since you're subscribed to event via Meetup, I will send you the link. But there will be also a mail sending to all your emails. Slides by Claude, awesome. Yeah, that's true. But they reflect what I really wanted to tell you. AI everywhere. Yes, I'm using AI as everyone else. It helps me to make slides. I hate to make slides, I really hate it. So sorry, but yeah, I did it. Okay, Adopty, how about the user's data safety? Is the vibe coder myself? I question this. Oh, that's a good question and a separate topic. So I'm also a security expert, a cybersecurity professional. I'm penetration testing iOS applications. I have other workshops. You can the next one about the security of iOS applications will happen next week. So you can also visit that workshop. There I'm explaining how to make iOS applications secure, because it really matters. Is Adopty stable for use in production? Of course. It's in production for many years. I'm using it for production. For the subscription options, you just create one more ID and a subscription on the App Store Connect, and then connect it via Adopty, and then you create, for example, there is a way to create experiments with that experiment. You can create two different paywalls. Like I will just quickly show you how to make an experiment. Okay, so let's say I have this main paywall that I like. I'm doing the duplicate of it, and I go, for example, to the build generator, and for example, I want to make this paywall hard paywall, so I don't want the user to have the ability to close it. So I'm just turning off the close button. Here it is. I'm turning off, and it disappeared. So I'm saving this paywall just as draft. The button here says save as draft. So next I go to the A/B tests and create the first A/B test. So I name it somehow, and I select my main placement, and I just select one paywall and another paywall, like this. 50% of users go to this one and 50 to that one. You can have more options, more variants, like 3 or 4 or more, but it doesn't make sense to make more than 4. And yeah, then you select your users. You can target them later when you set up your app properly. And then you run A/B test. That's all. That's all it takes. 5 minutes. So I'm sharing the video. Do not delete old subscriptions. You have, unfortunately, you have to have them forever, because there is no mechanism that allows to transition all the users from one subscription to another. It's not possible. You just hide it and show only the new subscription, and with time, with years, hopefully they will all transition. Okay. Is it possible to build a fully capable app like the one you present using only LLMs? Yes, without the technical background. Good question. If you're smart, I would say yes, you can. But if you're complete novice in IT, in technology, I doubt it. However, you can run 2 LLMs, 2 AI agents, and just ask one of them to code and another to give you prompts and to explain the code and to explain what is happening and to help you set up things and so on. So if you really try hard, if you, like, for example, you just have a week of time, nobody will touch you, yeah? You have a vacation. So in a week, you can do something, yeah. What about ads? Is it a good idea to show ads? Okay, so look, if you have an app that has thousands of installs, it makes sense. Until that, no, forget about ads. They will just irritate the users. You better show them a paywall, because you will earn like $5 per month, you know, really, not more. Until your app has thousands of installs, it's not just makes sense to add ads. I did that. I have this experience, and I have an app that has like 500 installs. No, sorry, 1,500 installs per month, and I make $10 per month from that app with ads, Google Ads. It doesn't make sense. But if you have such an app that has thousands of installs, you better monetize it in another way. Believe me, it's not the app that you want to do, not the ads. I like ads to promote an app because it allowed to find audience. Yeah, you can cross promote your apps. You can advertise your other apps in your most successful app, for example. Yeah, I can show you what I was building. Okay, so here is my account. So here are my apps, but these are the apps that are right now in the App Store. There are other apps I have, for example, removed apps. And here you can see much more of them. But yes, sorry, but not on this account. I have two developer accounts. On this developer account, I have my most successful apps, especially the video upscaler. It's my most successful application, and also the currency converter for Mac. And if I go to removed apps, you can see how many apps I removed. Just look. So that were apps that I was about to launch or launched, and they just didn't work out. So I removed them all. So it's not embarrassing when when you failed with the app and you just remove it. It's not embarrassing. It's fine. It's okay. You can see I have a symmetry of apps. Right. So. Can I build the custom onboarding in Adopty? Yes, I showed it to you. Not on the app side. On the apps side, you just configure getting the onboarding, just loading it. And it's just like any other SDK. It's really simple to do. And the AI will do this. You don't have to do it. Yeah, I can share a good way to do the screenshots. I'm using an app by another developer called ButterKit, and it's amazing. I'm just showing you something that I have. For example, my latest screenshot. So here are the screenshots I have made yesterday. I updated my old app with that. So you can see you can rotate the phone how you want in 3D. You have the ability to translate to many languages, like 50 languages automatically, and then you just upload everything. And yeah, you can also translate the metadata, like for example, the what's new, description, and promotion text, and then you upload translated screenshots and translated metadata to all the languages in your App Store account application profile. Just in, I don't know, half an hour, you will get everything. It saves huge amount of manual work, just huge. I really recommend it. I also tried Picasso, but it's, yeah, it's not so good as this one. ButterKit is. Okay, what's next? How to know my app users so that I can target well my paywall? There is no way to exactly know your user. As I said, experiments is what you must be doing all the time. Also, AI, try to analyze the data. You have the analytics in Adopty here. Yeah, you can make screenshots and send it to AI and try to optimize it for you. You have this growth after pilot, which will also give you good advices. So there are yeah, there are ways to do it. Can Adopty send the data it collects from the onboarding to customize? That I don't know. I think you will find the answer in Discord. Yeah, by the way, good note, David. So you can ask your users. You can make quizzes inside your app. You can yeah, ask them to share their feedback. And for example, you can also, when you're showing the review alert, that's when that app asks a user to review it, to give stars and then write a review in the App Store. You can, instead of it, you can show a simple alert like which says, do you like this app? Yeah. If the user likes the app, he says yes, you show the system alert, system review alert. If no, you show them the feedback form with different options to make this easy for the user. I don't know, to just click something that he doesn't like, select something from the drop-down list, write a couple of words and send it. So in this way, you will get much less 1 or 2 or 3 0 stars on the App Store, and you will also get the valuable information what's wrong with your app. Did I understand correctly? To place the payment screen also as one of web screenshots? That depends, you know. If there are apps that users want to pay for, so to say, in that case, you can add the payment screen. But in general, I would not recommend. Will Adopty also handle App Store in-app purchase setup? No, you have to do it manually on the App Store because you must send them to review. You have to add some metadata, and I think Apple does not allow it even allowing this even. No, I think there is no API to do that remotely. I think so. No, I'm Ukrainian. I was born in Ukraine. I'm living in Luxembourg. I'm not Russian. Okay. How to get an idea of an app for an app? That's good. So I have my own secret. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys, I will not tell it. That's my secret, how to find a good idea, sell an idea. But in general, you need to listen to negative reviews, negative complaining users. Try to search through the Reddit. There are services that do that for you. Negative sentiment is what you need. That means that if you find a lot of negative sentiment about something, you just you can see that there is a demand first, and the current apps are not doing this well. So you can search for your competitors and just do it differently. Yeah, and you will have good results. On event, there was how to go from idea to working app in under. Do you have a separate video? Yes, I have a separate video about that. I will send you also, guys, because we just don't have enough time. I'm sorry, but we don't have enough time to go from scratch to a working app. That's why I already showed you half working app, the earthquake monitor, which we just improved. I will send you the original video where I'm doing this from scratch. Okay, I'm using the Xcodex extension Visual Studio IDE. That's fine. Usually going with Firebase for the pen. That's fine. I do too. I'm using Firebase. And if I want to ship the app for both Android and iOS, I'll say in my prompt to make the app I want in Flutter or React Native. Okay, PS, I prefer Flutter because I'm used to. Okay, that's okay. I don't have anything against Flutter. Okay, are A/B tests generally quite easy to set up anywhere? Or yeah, I already showed it. It's really easy. It's 5 minutes. Can you share some apps you built for? Yes, I did already. Do you still write the code by hand or 100% LLM? Good question. 90%, 92, I would say, percent is LLM and 8% is by hand. Sometimes I write scripts or correct scripts. Sometimes I just correct, most of the time I correct UI, because LLMs, they just cannot know what I have in mind, and explaining to LLM what I want to change in several places in UI, like moving that there or changing the colors. It's too cumbersome. That's a lot of work, and I prefer just go to the code and do it myself manually by hand. But you don't have to do it. You can vibe code it 100%. You will just need to work more with LLM, and you will just spend more tokens. That's all. Can you please share price strategies that you used? Price strategies. So there is a consensus that average subscription for months should be around $4, $5, $6, and the annual around from 30 to 50, and the lifetime from around 70 to 100. So yeah, that's consensus, but it's also really depends on the application. And for the weekly, it's like $2, $3. What do you think about conducting user tests to gather feedback? User test, you mean real user tests? Feedback? Good way, but those users tend to be too engaged, not independent enough. They want to please you, or on the contrary, they want to make you feel bad, and that's bias. They are biased. So that's why experiments on the App Store users is much better. You can use them to spot a tendency or a huge problem, but not for product decisions. In games, yes, you can use it. Okay. At which point should you launch your first app as a beginner developer? As soon as it looks good, and as soon as you have these 5 things sorted out, you can launch. Sometimes people ask me, oh, I'm so afraid, my app is not perfect, blah, blah, blah. So guys, just launch it. Just launch it and see how it goes. You will, in any case, any developer will spend the next 2 weeks releasing hotfixes. There are always hotfixes, believe me. Even the experienced developers, they forget something. So they release, they just then get feedback, or they just go themselves to see their app in production, and they just notice, wow, oh my God, I didn't do that, or I don't know, that is looking bad and that doesn't work. So you just rush to make a hot fix and another update, and in 3-4 days you release it, and then another thing. So normally 1 or 2 weeks you will be releasing updates. So in any case, you will fix it if there are any problems. My app has few or none review. No review. Are there good ways to let the user write reviews? Yeah, you can show them the system review prompt at the right moment when they are satisfied, or do like I said, show them the alert. Do you like this app? Yes or no? And then you have 2 branches, positive branch and negative branch. And yeah, on the positive branch, you show the system alert. On the negative branch, you show them the feedback form. That's all. How stable and maintainable are the apps when they are generated fully by Codex? If the app is large. Yeah, if the app is large, you have to maintain a wiki, you have to maintain a structure, an architectural file. You need to track it. You need to enforce the pattern, like MVVM, for example. You need to keep an eye on the CI/CD delivery. You need to keep an eye on security. on testing, writing unit tests, and so on. That's a very serious approach. If you have a big app, you need to seriously approach it. If it makes you money, yeah, it's a full-time job. But Codex usually does it well. You just need to really yeah, watch it, from the top all the time. Do I need to pay in order to launch my app on the App Store? Yes, you need to buy a paid Apple developer account, and it costs $100 per year. That's cheap. That's really nothing. As I said, I have 2 accounts. I pay $200 per year, and it's fine for me. Are you a solo developer launching these apps, or are you have a team, or you work for a software house? No, I'm independent completely. Sometimes I unite. I go in the partnership with other developers, like for example, Windows developer, to make one of my clients happy. I have clients that have different necessities. For example, one of the clients, they wanted to port old app, old suite of apps like Mac and Windows apps, desktop apps to Swift, from Objective-C to Swift. So for that project, I invited a Windows developer, and we did it together. But in general, I'm solo. Okay, when you said you're 90% of, does that still apply for complex use cases that involve calculations, apply changes to AI according to certain rules, and sharing data? Yes, I keep track of the agents.md file, where I explain to the AI agent what he can and should do. And the very important is to explain to him the restrictions, what he has not to do, what is forbidden. And also, I keep asking it to write unit test. Do not forget about these guys, because unit test will always show you if it broke something that was coded before. So unit tests coverage is really important for at least critical functionality, like complex math, for example. Is there any spots or meetups in Luxembourg to connect with other Vibe coders devs? Yes, you can go to my group, and sometimes I do it offline. Yeah, but I think I'm the only one who does these workshops offline, but there are also other groups that discuss AI and programming. But yeah, I didn't visit them, but I think they're more colloquial, like more talking. Not in workshop style like today, but yeah, there are some. If you build an app and want to build a website for it, can Codex do that? Of course, of course. Just ask it when you're coding the project with Codex, like iOS application. Just ask it. Give me a prompt for creating a complementary website. Then open a new session and paste this prompt. That's all. Okay, guys, so let's finish. Thank you for joining. It was a pleasure to talk for you. And yeah, I think it's a very nice workshop. I liked your questions, good questions. We'll send you everything that I promised, and also some analytics. So yeah, come to my workshops, future workshops. You will not regret. And yeah, I will try to share as much secrets as I can, because there is no point to sell them or keep them to myself, because yeah, that's just greedy, That's so, it's every app is so individual. So every app will have its own secret sauce. So there is no no sense to keep secret things to myself. The only secret thing I keep to myself is how I find the profitable idea. Yeah, sorry. Okay, thank you. Bye, bye, bye.